Well, this is part 3. My yammering shut my video off again. Wednesday, February 9th. And I was just talking about, that I've experienced some things that are very profound. And so, by myself, one bestie and I don't need people coming into my life now after like 10 years and saying that, or they love me, they care about me, or just calling me to judge me about who I follow or what I believe in, or, it's just sick. And especially when I think about the times that were so dark and so hard and so cold and so alone. And now that I've got myself in a different place and I'm strong, they want to come and zap my energy some more and tell me what to do. Meanwhile, they had several houses and, they had tons of ways to have helped me. I'm not saying they should have helped me. I'm just saying that if a friend is going to let me freeze to death and die in a car, or a family, or blood family, people that call me family, whatever, I don't want anything to do with them. I'm not saying they should have helped me, but I know that I would have. I went someplace and I experienced something, and they weren't there as a friend. They weren't there to talk to. They weren't there at all. And now they want to be in my life, and they don't like it if I say that I'll see you on the other side. I don't want you in my life. And that stuff even goes for my own mother, and friendships I've had for decades, and new friends in this area. Oh, why do you have an issue with me? Just fuck the fuck off, right? If you're willing to watch me die, you're not my friend. You're just not. I'd never have a friend like that many years and they're going through something, or like living in a car in Washington and be like, wow, I can't imagine, like, that person was a millionaire and that person had, she's got all these degrees and she's got all this, like, what's going on? Why is she doing that? What's happening? And, I'd go there, rent a hotel for the weekend, see a new area. Isn't that beautiful? And just see what they're going through. Maybe pray with them, laugh with them, have a beer or coffee or something, get a feeling for what's going on with them. I wouldn't abandon them, and I certainly would not steal all their shit. I mean, build up possessions for decades and have a real estate company and do all these things, and then my besties take all my stuff because I leave town and go on an adventure to try to save the world, right? And then I get I'm not saying what I went through was not something that I should have got myself out of, or that at this perspective it was even bad. It's kind of shocking now that I was able to do what I did. But if you weren't there as my friend during that time, or you judged me because of it, or I don't want to say abandoned me. I mean, I'm 51, I don't necessarily believe in that, but at the same time, I don't prefer to have you in my life or come in now wanting my friendship or my love, or just to know that I'm here and that we're okay and don't be cruel to me. Love me, be my friend, right? No, thank you, right? So this is just expanding on what I was talking about when the video got cut off, of that the reason, like, I relax to let the Holy Spirit move through me, is because I'm so certain, and I'm certain because of what I've experienced and what I've seen, and I'm not going to unsee it. And plus I move realities and versions of people. So if you don't like me, fuck off. What would be the point of tracking someone down to let them know you don't like them or you disapprove of them, and then think they're going to just take it and keep you in their life? Oh, you don't like me? You don't like the things I say on the internet? You disapprove of me? Whether it's family, long-term friends, whatever. Okay, well, I'll stop all that. Oh, thank you for telling me. Oh, I'll stop being me, which I did, right? 20s, 30s in relationships. I didn't be me. Okay, I didn't have the kind of love and connection that I wanted. And perhaps partly because I wasn't me. And I had so many programs and triggers and traumas and things that weren't mine that I had to remove from my energy field. And I have, and I'm certain about who I am. So I let that energy come through. And it happens to be an old time, like, conjure type preacher energy. It's always been there, like in the woods and the writing spells, writing poems, writing, just the love and the love for other people, and, benevolent and altruistic, and, I've been all that, but I just was still self-conscious, right? Held up in a ball in the car, so I didn't disturb other people. They're disturbed anyway. Okay, so it's funny, the same people that ignored me for years, nearly freezing to death, now they want to know me. And I do God's work and Spirit's work, the great goddess. Definitely know people. I love people, but I'm not gonna say that I'm aligned with their morals or who they are as a person. Their test to me obviously is the way they treated me. That's our first test with anybody, right? If you're gonna be lack of integrity with me, love, honesty, then want to be in my life, no thank you is about the best way I could put that. Oh, come on, you want to say more than that? Okay, fuck off. That's what I want to say. Right, because they see my light. I put it under about 40 layers of clothes living in a car, but it was still there for me. And I sit there on those rocks, looking over the beach of Fort Worden, and I mountain and pray and meditate, and years and years and years. And I didn't have a way to watch movies for 2 years of it. I didn't have a phone. Like I might have had some sort of had some way to communicate, but I didn't, I didn't have much on it. You couldn't do much. And then, oh no, I'm babbling. But I just love letting this preacher voice. That's why I kind of started this conversation, I think, in part 2 of this, when I was, letting that energy come through all the time. And it's like, that old-fashioned, like almost like evangelistic preacher energy, and my bones vibrate. And when I get done with those, call them sermons, prayers, whatever, I just vibrate like this, and then I do my intentions and all that after the video. And then I have to, I sit down and I kind of have to calm, because my body's resonating like a tuning fork or something, just right, and then just take a moment and then get to that next video. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. Have like a little circle driveway, and I walk that at night, just over and over and over. But other than that, I'm just so into the spiritual work I'm doing and the people I'm praying with and helping, and I just don't, and I do not enjoy driving at night. Even with my glasses, it's like feeling around in the dark. So, and I have to drive to a town a couple hours away soon and pick the right time. I got some business to do. So I don't want to get up in the morning early, but at the same time I can't drive at night, so. Okay, let's see here. What do we got? So, send your love to the entire world. What the heck was that? Like some sort of a giant fish or a Loch Ness or something. Have you been watching that channel, MRMBB333 Sky Phenomena or something like that? It's like the dragons are here, the angels are here, the UFOs that people are seeing, it's all so blatant now and so obvious. I guess they've been here since 2012, but they're showing more and more, depending on the reading of humanity being ready, and all of you being ready for your individual connections to your ancestors. You can call it in the sky, in the universe. We might just all be a digital program, matrix, holographic. There's evidence of that. And so whatever I am, I don't really know. AM, artificial intelligence, projected reality. But I know the importance the absolute importance, key to be present in whatever it is that wherever I am, because my consciousness creates reality and doesn't need this meat suit. My human body is inside of my aura and inside of my energy field, not the other way around. And so that field goes on, and what I learn here on Mother Earth goes on, and I'm here to raise the frequency and the vibration. I was giving people spiritual guidance at age 7, walking around the neighborhood talking to women who they just start talking to me about their husbands and their problems in their lives, and I'd know exactly what to say and I'd comfort them, and I just thought it was just natural, right? But I guess all kids don't do that, and they later in life they weren't my friends, because like one became a Jehovah's Witness and one this and one that, but I've always done that, and then of course I had really good training as a child because my mother needed comforting all the time. She'd break things all the time, she'd throw fits, I had to find stuff. I don't find her watch, I can't go to the beach, she's screaming at me. She'd yell at me and I'd say, "Stop yelling at me, please, Mom." She'd go, "This is yelling." So I therapized myself and I therapized her every fucking day. So I got a good training in that. You can call it good or bad, but I definitely know how to do that. And I think that parents, if they do that as a kid and they apologize and stuff, and oh, that's beautiful, my mom's done that, I'm sorry for everything I did to you as a child, because she found Jehovah. But then she treated me worse in adulthood, and she's never changed. And I seen her again in 2016, and she's still for the church, which was invented by a man. And if I don't, not only do I have to come to Jesus, but come to her church, then everything I do, she's like, "Do you consider yourself a good person?" Well, it's not good enough. Like, I could do a million good things a day. Not good enough if I don't come to Jesus and in her way, right? And she's always been uncomfortable with me, right? It's like, I'm her only daughter. She has had this evil disconnect from me my whole life. I mean, I look back to her reading to me and some of the loving things, and I do hold that, but I don't believe if parents have changed, right? If you go and see your parents right now and they're just nasty to you, what in the fuck is wrong with someone who thinks they're still 2 years old and have to let their parents bitch at them or influence their life? And a lot of people are like, well, I want to keep that bridge in case I need them financially. You do that with a lot of people. But if you burn that bridge, not this one, this is obviously a metaphor, but you just burn the bridge to those people, then it's like when you saw down an apple tree, right? Or a aspen. You get 1,000 shoots of new life. If you're completely drained on constantly pleasing your overbearing, obnoxious mother who doesn't want to deal with her own emotional issues, then you don't have time to grow new life. And so, yeah, I don't have any contact with my mother. I see, like I said, I looked at the energy. I went there 2016. She is the same person, threw a fit. You gotta let her win games. She's, in many ways, she's a better person having found Jehovah. But at the same time, it's not better to me. And her friends are evil. And because they're Jehovah's Witnesses, she won't, I don't mean all of them, but some of the elders, like Ron Nelson, pure demonic evil. She don't know. She believes him. Probably because he's handsome. Anyway, she gave power of attorney to people in the church decades ago. So, you don't have to have people in your life that don't treat you well. And so, so I haven't talked to her for years, really. And then on and off I kind of was. But right before I turned 50, so about a year and a half, I told her never to contact me again because I'm done, right? So we hadn't talked. We kind of developed this relationship of where we could talk sometimes and just meet in the middle and kind of neutral stuff. I'd message her. She wouldn't message me back for days or weeks. Didn't care, right? I send her something like whatever. So it was kind of this thing. But if she'd message me, I better get back to her within like 5 minutes, right? Narcissistic, sociopathic, right? Just abusive. So I was working online the day that I cut her off for good. Like I said, about a year and a half ago, living in the car. And it popped up that she had messaged me. And she likes to say, "Oh, how's my baby girl?" And, these sweet things that are no way coming from the heart, right? They're manipulated. And so it popped up, and I immediately got scared. I'm like, oh my God, I got to answer right away. I'm like, what? I counseled myself, like, why am I afraid to answer an allegedly loving message or to not answer it? Right? I message her. She doesn't message me back. We have this thing. It's like, no, get back to me right now. And if I needed her in my life, she'd be there, or she would have already been there in these different ways. So there's just no reason. So 5 minutes passed, and she's like, something to do with it. Oh, I'm not talking to her, or why I'm not, or whatever. And then, like I said, then 20 minutes later, like she just kept messaging me. So, right? And instead of just saying, oh, love you, thinking of you, let me answer when I do. And again, we don't contact every day. We don't contact even every week. We didn't months. But when she wants me to respond, that narcissistic energy, like from childhood, it's very traumatizing. And I have released and worked on all of that. And so in that moment, I just said to her you don't get to do that, right? You don't get to just message me and then me just be on call for that instant that you need my attention, or the little girl in me is going to be so scared and freaked out that, isn't this beautiful, right? I mean, if your mother messages you and it invokes fear is not love. And it's easier to just answer her so that you don't have to deal with the wrath. And so that's what I did in my 20s, 30s. And when I moved here, it was the first time in my life I was really free from her popping over and judging me. Oh, you got a Buddha statue. Oh, you got this. Oh, just shaking her head at all. I couldn't develop or even find my truth because I was still around that poison that had traumatized me in the first place. All right. So when she did that, I'm like, look, I'm comfortable. I don't know if I worded it like this, but I'm comfortable with death, and I will see you on the other side. I know that, just something like this, but that, I just, like she could have been in contact with me. She could have contacted me living in the car. She could have, prayed with me. Jehovah's Witnesses help each other all over the world. She could have, and again, I'm not saying she should have helped me, but I'm just saying it's not loving to not even be there for me in any way, or connect with me, or communicate with me. But the minute you want attention or anything, I better contact you right away, or you're going to be evil to me, right? So I just said, no, done. Do not contact me for any reason ever. Just don't. And I'll see you in the next life. And I mean it, because I'm not going to keep drinking the poison, right? Just not going to do it. So then about a year later, she messaged me. She got some sort of a check there for me from some local thing. I don't know, some $50 rebate or something from 10 years ago, or who knows. So she sent me the money through my PayPal, and she made a note on the PayPal money that said, this is not for the church. This is not a church donation. What the fuck, right? This dark. And I'm her only child, right? I just can't imagine being that cruel and that cold. And as they say, I know she had evil things happen to her as a child. They were all sexually active by like 12. Why I'm going into all this today, but just trauma. So, she was traumatized, so I should let her traumatize me. Well, no, 50 years is enough. And even the last 10, I've had a reprieve. She came to visit me here in Port Townsend once. Couldn't wait to get rid of her. It was fucking horrible. And she doesn't even remember the conversation. And I said it to her again in 2016, and when her sister was there, and we looked at it differently. But she had said when she was here, my uncle was a molester, and he molested his children. And then years later, his wife's sister died, and they inherited her children, and he molested them. And I don't know if he molested me. I know somebody did, but I haven't had those memories. So, it's a no-brainer, but she kept me away from him because she knew. They knew, and they didn't do anything. But that's beside the point. So what really lit me up and put a brick wall between us the size of Texas, as they say. Because I say everything is the size of Texas, the mountains, big as West Virginia. Anyway, whatever. Oh my God, that was a tangent. And the darkness is falling. Okay. Anyway, all sins are equal, right? So me, loving a woman, is equal sin to her brother raping his children over decades. Those sins are equal. I was done. She don't remember it, of course. Of course, we did shift realities, but yeah, I couldn't wait to get rid of her then. I was so excited to see her, right? I hadn't seen anybody from home for like so long. I was so happy to see her. She got off the train and her pillow, and I was so happy. And I cried and I hugged her, and she's like, what? Like it's just weird, like, oh, what, you know? What she did in my 20s, I'd hug her in public, and she'd be like, oh my God, don't. People are going to think I'm gay. Just sick, you know? And I get that what she's been through. I guess there's just bringing this through, maybe a healing for me, but also, you know, for whoever ever listens to this. I'm not going to let her abuse me. And, you know, so I thought that'd be the last time I ever saw her. And then I was in Montana in, I don't know, gosh, what was it? I think 2012. Yeah, that's when we still, no, that was 2016, right? That was that trip. Right, I'm homeless. I live in a car. I went over there for 2 weeks, and then I went to Shelby, Montana, to visit my biological father's family for 2 weeks. Got just a feel for people again in my life. And she asked me for money to drive me to the train station, even though I got in on the same ride she was taking her sister to the airport. And I sat there waiting for the train, and her sister must have guilt-tripped her in the car because she come back and gave me the 20. And I don't know if I hugged her or not, but that was the last time. That's it. I just can't imagine a mother not loving their child so much when I love everybody so much, you know? And I know she's broken long ago and couldn't feel. I don't think we're going to be able to cross here. So what's going to probably happen is I'm going to go down here and then back on the hard spot here. But I guess I'm doing a healing because I just want, I guess whoever ever watches this to know that you don't have to have people in your life that are mean to you. I don't care if it's a partner. I don't care if it's an adult child. I don't care who it is. You're choosing it. You know, whether it's your boss oppressing you to do something you don't want to do. People are like, oh, I had to do it. I didn't want to lose my job. I didn't want to lose my family. Right? I nobody got time for that. I'm going to send them the love. I counsel them best I can if they're really open to change. But no, I did it. I let go of all that to the point of $0 and nearly freezing. And, yeah, this isn't going to work out. We're going to go back the other way. So I keep making excuses for people till, so, oh, I know, your kids. And then I thought, well, you know, if I had kids, I wouldn't have done it. And then I was like, you know, no. If I had kids, I'd have especially done it. Would I have lived in a car? You betcha. Temporarily. To get away from oppressive things. Because there's a freedom. I'm walking around in the mud. Teaching them. You know, I met people. That horn is so cool. That is so cool. There's a freedom in it. And I met some people in my early 20s in Hawaii that was traveling around the world with their children and homeschooling. That's a real education. You know, homeschool is a real education. Letting kids learn what they want. Daydreaming creates realities. And they keep them, look at me, and now they're muzzled, and look at me. So the school system is evil and dark. And it's always been. So I was like, well, yeah, I would have still been free bird and done most of the same things with the kid. They probably would have took the child from me because they like to lie about, you know, like when I did my big free speech case. But I would trust spirit on all that. And so all these people making excuses in their life for, oh, I got to stay here because of the kids. I got to stay in this town with the kids. Your relationship, you know, if you want to and you love it, great. But if you're oppressed and doing it just because you think you should, then that's not following your highest excitement. Okay, that's not of the highest and best good. Anyway, I always say you got to get rid of the poison to start healing from it. So get those people out of your life. Hi, Seagull. You like my story? I think the seagull likes my story. Oh, my goodness. Whew, so beautiful. I love you. Whoever it is that watches these, I love you. Because, you know, you must know me. Or why bother watching some woman? I was going to say waddle. I'm not really waddling. I'm walking on the beach. Now you're marching. Now you're being ridiculous. Now you're talking to yourself. Uh-oh. All right. Well, my body's getting a moving on today. And I'm definitely going to come here again soon. I'm going to look at the high waters, the tides, because this is really awesome. I enjoy this a lot more than in the walking in the woods here. I do like that woods walk that we do here, but it's just walking in the woods. I look at these old tracks and I'm thinking, cute. I like the woods walk better further in, like to Fort Flagler or whatever. That's another like 10 minutes. And the town I'm living in, it's just outside of Port Townsend, and it's not really, there's no place to really walk at night. Like I used to walk downtown Port Townsend in the beaches at night, even like 3 a.m. But that's not a thing here. Okay, let's see. Oh crap. Oh, I have to find where I cross because you sink. Oh my goodness. How did I get in here? Okay, oh, there's my tracks. Yes. See, is that my track? Yes, it is. Okay. Ah! Almost fell down. How in the hell? Man, I must have been really yammering. Okay. We're out of it. It's almost dark. Probably better get back to my green dragon. You betcha. Amen, brothers and sisters. Bringing the energy and vibration and love through. I just love it. I am so connected to the divine. And I don't give a good goddamn what anybody thinks about it. None of it. Even my missing teeth. Don't care. Oh my God. What has she done in her life to have missing teeth? Well, a bar fight in 1962. We weren't born until 70. A bar fight in 1970. Anywho. Well. All right. Should I say goodbye, or do you want to hang on some more? Oh, you want to stay? Okay. You like listening to my yammer? Okay. You never know when I'm going to cry. I'm definitely a crier. I'm one of those gals that you could hire if you don't got no one to cry at your funeral, or people can't feel. Bring me in. A story will get me. I feel, I really, really feel. And people call it fake and phony. And like my sermon stuff, some people think it's a little bit over the top, right? And call me a Bible thumping Jesus freak now. Oh my God. So, I never thumped no Bible in my video. I don't remember what I was saying. Anyway, I just am having fun being me, and I'm relaxed, almost relaxed, perhaps for the first time in my life. I have housing now, and a certainty of it for like at least another 6 months, and so I'm just relaxing more and more into me. Have a space for my church in the housing together, and I do healings and drummings and spiritually counsel people when I feel like it. And just, the hardest challenge I've had in my life, being kind to myself, letting myself off the hook, letting myself enjoy, a movie, or not just go, try to do something to succeed, right? When there's no such thing as success, and if there is, I've been there, done that. I do not adhere to the government of man, meaning the structure, the matrix. You got to decide your own thing through your own thoughts and your own beliefs. Whew. I get so excited with spiritual work, I forget to stretch. I got my weights, but I'm like, I got time. I just work and help people and readings and love, and then I just fall over and fall asleep at like 4 or 5 in the morning or something. And then I get up in the afternoon and I do it again. And when I first got in housing, like I spent 16 hours a day working on this project to assist now a friend of mine try to get his dog back from demons. That ended up being quite a project. The website for that is michaelallmancaseChronology.blogspot.com, and I filed criminal complaints, and I filed attorney complaints, and I filed all kinds of stuff. And it wasn't to change the governments of man. It was to awaken people to see what the governments are doing to the people. They're like, we got to protect the vulnerable. They don't. They feed off of them. Sweet how the birds chirp at night, like their nighttime chirp where they're like kind of settling into their area for the night. That's probably like a chipmunk or something. Alright. It's so funny, I still have some essences of post-traumatic stress, and I heard some people walking, and I got a little tinge of fear of them yelling at me for this shirt, because I'm in an area where people are really like, I mean, I think the other people are here, and I use like my Port Townsend news site and stuff, and I'm more emboldened by what's going on because Facebook's not deleting stuff as much. There's too many of us now. So anyway, I just noticed that because I heard some people voice walking, and I thought, I had a feeling, and I'm like, well, what is the issue? And I'm like, I don't want them to, like they do in the store where they berate you because you're not wearing a mask. And then the mask causes fungus and all kinds of problems in your mouth and in your sinuses and your brain, and it takes away the smile. The only communication most people have in stores is their smile. And they took that away. They made us all emotionless zombies. Anyway, forgot I'm not supposed to talk about stuff like that on YouTube, so they removed this account. Fuck them. Fucking care. Anyway, so Reverend Crystal Cox Rumble, and then that site's got a lot of the what's going on in the world site too now, so I might do another one over there, but so you have to scroll down if you just want the ones on my face or whatever, because people on this channel, like I said, mostly know me personally. But yeah, I had an account that I had for 20 years on YouTube and Facebook. I had 2 all wiped out for talking about the same thing I just talked about now, so we'll see. I mean, and an arrest over it locally. I just yeah, it would be hard to believe for some that the Great Awakening would be such a, actually what it is so much light shown on the dark corners that it can't not be dealt with now. Eastbound down, loaded up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can be done. Alright. Bye for now. I love you.